already discussed about plasma membrane, cell wall and nucleus of the eukaryotic cell. Now we'll discuss about other organelles which are double membranous in structure, that is mitochondria and chloroplast. Three organelles are there in the cell, eukaryotic cell, which are consisting of or surrounded by double membrane, that is mitochondria, chloroplast and nucleus. Mitochondria was discovered by C. Benda, and which is also known as powerhouse of the cell because it is associated with energy production, storing energy and release of energy when the cell requires, and the energy is stored in the form of ATP. That ATP is the energy currency. Now this mitochondria is saucer-shaped or cylindrical in structure and with diameter 0.2 to 1.0 micrometer and length is about 1 to 4.1 micrometer. The structure it consists of two layers, double membranous structure, outer membrane and inner membrane. Outer membrane is smooth and inner membrane is having infoldings known as cristae. This cristae having F0 and F1 particles which helps in energy production. Now one circular DNA is there. This DNA is circular and this DNA helps in the process of protein synthesis. Ribosomes are also there inside the mitochondria, inside this matrix known as, and the type of ribosome is 70S type. Because this DNA, mitochondria has DNA, circular DNA as well as 70S type of ribosome. That's why it is also known as semi-autonomous body of the cell because it can synthesize protein. Now, this F0 and F1 particles which are present in the cristae, they will help in the process of energy production, and that's why it is known as powerhouse of the cell. So, we'll study through the diagram, through the slide also, and this mitochondria will also study in detail during the plant physiology or cell physiology of the cell, that is respiration, etc.
Mitochondria is one of the very important cell organelle present in both type of cell, that is plant as well as animal eukaryotic cell. This is also known as the powerhouse of the cell, and the parts are, this is the cross section of the mitochondria. This is outer membrane, then outer membrane is smooth. This is inner membrane which have inner infoldings which having ETC, that is electron transport system, and ATP synthetase enzyme. It is used in the oxidative phosphorylation. The finger like projection or this inner infolding is known as cristae, which is highly folded, so to increase the surface. Then inside this mitochondria inner surface, the matrix is present and which has appropriate enzyme as well as suitable pH for function for respiration process, that is Krebs cycle will takes place in this mitochondrial matrix. Then the intermembranal space which is present in between these two membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane, it is small space which is quickly accumulate protons. So in this way these are the parts inside this mitochondria in the matrix. Circular DNA as well as 70S type of ribosome is also there which help in the process of protein synthesis. That's why mitochondria is also known as semi-autonomous body of the cell. Now the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell because it synthesizes the energy and store in the form of ATP, and this energy is utilized by the organism or the plant for various activities. So the main function is generation of ATP, and they are in aerobic respiration, complete oxidation of food material takes place, whereas in anaerobic respiration it is partial oxidation of food. In this slide we can see the structure of mitochondria which is present both in eukaryotic as well as prokaryotic cell, having outer membrane, smooth outer membrane, then inner membrane with infolding known as cristae, and between these two intermembranal space. Now inside this inner membrane matrix is present which contains having DNA as well as ribosome of prokaryotic type, that is 70S type, whose larger subunit is of 50s and a smaller is of 30s, which that's why it helps in the process of protein synthesis. This cristae or the inner membrane contains the materials for the ATP synthesis. Here we can see that is electron transport system. Here we can see this ATP synthetase enzyme for ATP synthesis. These are the porins. Here enzymes of oxidative metabolism and respiratory chain all are present. This is the matrix space, this is the inner membrane, and this is the outer membrane. So the for ATP synthesis, for energy production, all the equipments are here in the mitochondria, and in this way that's why they help in the production of energy, and that's why known as powerhouse of the cell. Now here two types of ribosome we can see. Prokaryotic ribosome, it is present in prokaryotic cell as well as DNA, that mitochondria and chloroplast, and in eukaryotic cell this eukaryotic type of ribosome is there, whose bigger subunit, this is known as 80S type. Larger subunit is 60S and smaller subunit is 40S.
Now the next cell organelle, which is double membranous, that is chloroplast. Now we will study about the plastid, that is the other cell organelle of the eukaryotic cell. Plastids are present in eukaryotic plant cell. It is not present in animal cell. This plastid are different types of pigments. There are three types of pigments in plants, that is chromoplast, leucoplast and chloroplast. This chromoplast is having different colors. They are fat soluble and having carotenoid, xanthophyll, etc. They provide different bright colors to the fruit, then flower petals, in some plants leaf also. So this chromoplast is of different colors. Then leucoplast, which is colorless, and it is of three types: amyloplast, elioplast and alluroplast. This leucoplast is associated with storage of food material, and depending upon which type of food material they are storing, there are three types. Amyloplast stores starch, elioplast is associated with the storing of oil, fat, etc. and alluroplast stores different types of protein. Then chloroplast. Chloroplast is the green pigment, and this is the chlorophyll. This chlorophyll is again double membranous structure, and outer membrane and inner membrane, but it is not having no infolding like mitochondria. It is smooth. Inside this matrix like structure known as stroma. This inner structure having thylakoids. Thylakoids are coil-like structure and which arrange in such a way that it is known as, this is grana, and single one is thylakoid. Now these grana are attached or connected with other grana through this thylakoid lamellae. This chloroplast has also circular DNA and ribosome of 70S type. Ribosome is 70S type. You can see here also, like mitochondria, circular DNA is there, ribosome is there. So this chloroplast can also synthesize its own protein. That's why it is also known as semi-autonomous structure of the plant. So this is the structure of chloroplast, and this chloroplast is, main function of this chloroplast is to do the process of photosynthesis. It has different type of chlorophyll, that is chlorophyll A, B and other types of chlorophyll, and they are associated with, involved in the process of photosynthesis. They have the capacity, they can capture sunlight and harvest the sunlight, different length of sunlight, and then perform the activity of photosynthesis. So in green plants, that's why green plants are also known as the producers for all the living beings. So this is the structure of chloroplast. In this way we have studied about different cell organelles which are double membranous, that is nucleus, then mitochondria and plastid, that will discuss through the slide.
This figure is showing the plastid. The plastid is one of the cell organelle, membrane bound cell organelle, and this is surrounded by double layer of membrane, outer as well as inner, and present in the plant cell, eukaryotic plant cell. Now the plastids are of different types, like here chromoplast having the pigments, and then chloroplast which are green in color, helps in the process of photosynthesis, lipid synthesis. Then leucoplast are colorless and they stores, synthesize the fatty acid and amino acids. Amyloplast is associated with the storage of starch and sugar, whereas elaioplast is storage of lipids and oils. The proteinoplast site for enzyme activities, and etioplast is the crystalline lamellar bodies, that is precursor of chlorophyll. So these are different types of plastids found in the plant. Now they help in various activities as we have already discussed. Then they the structure of this chloroplast, that we will discuss in the next slide. The plastids are, as we know that they are semi-autonomous and double membranous structure. That means because they have circular DNA, own DNA, ribosome, that's why they can synthesize their own protein. That's why known as semi-autonomous body. They are largest cell organelle in the plant cell and discovered by Haeckel in 1865, and this plastid term was first given by Schimper in 1883. This is the structure of the chloroplast. We can see here it is surrounded by double membranous structure, outer and inner, and inside that the matrix is present known as stroma. Stroma is the site for dark reaction during the photosynthesis, whereas this coin like structure is known as thylakoid, and a group of thylakoid is known as grana. This grana is the site for light reaction during the photosynthesis. The grana are associated with each other, connected with each other with the help of this lamellae, and inside that the DNA is present, the chloroplast DNA, which and ribosome. Ribosome is 70S type having two subunits, 50S as well as 30S, and they help in the process of protein synthesis. The main function of this plastid, that is chloroplast, is photosynthesis, and that is the base for all the living organism. They fix the light reaction into the chemical things, and that is preparing the food for themselves as well as all the living beings.